Some huge news before we get into today's video that I will be a guest on the pitch side watch along for this game. So there will be no watch along for the game on this channel. So please do tune into the pitch side watch along for the game and bring me a little bit of support. I feel like the chat's going to be having a go. They're like, who the f is this guy? I would definitely appreciate it, especially as this is my first appearance doing something outside of my own sort of like studio, so to speak, doing something hopefully for the first time, but also for many times to come. Chelsea and Liverpool. It's a rivalry that both fans have either loved or hated throughout various phases over the years. The Champions League heads-to-heads, multiple Premier League scenarios, Mourinho with the shushing. We've had Slippy G. It's all happened. Demba Ba, you name it, it's had everything. And arguably one of the most entertaining and action-packed rivalries and fixtures of the modern day over the last 20, 30 years or so. Currently, Chelsea are in the latter stage and Liverpool, well, they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. Truth be told, however, though, let's not forget, besides the last two games in the Carabao Cup final and our 4-1 defeat at Anfield last season, let's not forget we saw 7 consecutive draws following a win from Chelsea at Anfield back in March of 2021. Both teams are in fine form coming into this game, with Liverpool being considered as true contenders for the title this year, and Chelsea so far being, beginning to prove some of the doubters otherwise, and that a top 4 charge, at the very least, is on the cards, and maybe, just maybe, even a run-in of our own, maybe just a little cheeky race of our own in the challenging of the title. Head-to-heads, and after 3 consecutive league defeats against Chelsea between 2013 and 2014, Liverpool have lost just 2 of their past 19 meetings, winning 7 and drawing 10. The Blues have won just 1 of their last 9 Premier League away games against Liverpool, drawing 5 and losing 3. It's going to be a tough game, a really, really tough game. But let's not forget that this is no longer Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. In fact, Arne Slot is the first Liverpool manager to win 9 of his first 10 matches in charge in all competitions. It is only the 3rd time that the Reds have won 9 of their opening 10 games in a season, emulating the 1961-62 and 1990-91 seasons, respectively. All 6 of Liverpool's league wins this season have been against teams that begin this weekend in the bottom half of the table. So whilst they might be top of the table, and 4 points is all the difference between us, by the way. So a win is just so monumental, even with just 7 games played. The Reds could keep 6 clean sheets in their opening 8 matches of a league campaign for the very first time, should they avoid conceding a Chelsea team that score for fun. So from what we've seen so far, highest scoring team in the league so far, I think. Maybe. I could be wrong. But either way, Arne Slot's side have conceded the fewest goals, 2, and kept the most clean sheets, being 5, and have the lowest expected goals against figure of 5.2 of any top flight side this season. And lastly, in regards to Liverpool, Mohamed Salah has scored only 4 goals in 18 appearances for Liverpool against Chelsea in all competitions, and none in his last 5, which seems a little bit unbelievable. At the same time, if you do factor in those 9 draws or 7 draws, so many of those games were 0-0 draws, including 2 back-to-back finals in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup 2 seasons ago. For Chelsea, Maresca and his men are aiming to win their first 4 away games of a league season for only the 3rd time after 2005 and 6 with 4, and 2008 to 2009 with 8. Enzo Maresca is looking to become only the 5th manager to win each of his first 4 away Premier League games, with one of the previous 4 to do it being Arne Slot. The Blues have lost only 2 of their last 22 league games. Are you hearing what I'm saying? 22 league games. We've only lost 2. When? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense at all. Only Manchester City with 17 have scored more top flight goals than Chelsea, 16 this season. So again, I answered my own question there. We have scored the second most with 1 just behind. Cole Palmer's 28 goals and 16 assists have been directly involved in 44 goals in 40 Premier League appearances for Chelsea. Only Erling Haaland for Manchester City with 43 goals and 9 assists. Andy Cole for Newcastle United with 34 goals and 13 assists, and Mohamed Salah for Liverpool with 34 goals and 11 assists have had as many goal involvements in their first 40 Premier League games for a single club. Monumental, all in their own right, including Haaland. Absolute Premier League greats. Since his league debut for Chelsea in September of 2023, no player has provided more top-flight assists than Palmer's 16. He is currently level with Bukayo Saka. Team news! And Chelsea are without Wesley Fofana and Marc Cucurella, who are both serving a one-match suspension. And everyone is fit! Oh my God! Oh my goodness gracious me, it's an absolute miracle. Can you believe it? Everyone is fit. Reece James is fit again after a hamstring injury and could make his first appearance of the season. Let's get rid of that. Prediction. Let's not just glance past that very quickly. Reece James is officially fit. Everyone on our team is fit. And the only people missing are those with a suspension, being Wesley Fofana and Marc Cucurella, who are obviously starters for us. So that's not good. It's not good at all. But at the same time, we've got Reece James. He's back fit. He probably won't start. And with that said, well, let's get into the starting 11, shall we? First and foremost, of course, Sanchez in goal. We'll get that one out the way. Jorgensen's not really coming for that mark anytime soon. In defence, we've got Gusto, the regulars, Colwill, and we don't have Cucurella. So at left back, we are going to go with Renato Vega. Now, and I know this is going to sway back and forth on what you think, what I think, what everyone think. It's all down to, what happens on the day, realistically. Both players have, what's the word? An argument. They both have an argument to have their first team place solidified now that Wesley Fofana is absent. But I would be remiss, rather. It's got to be Disasi. Disasi's played some good, he's played, I was about to say he played some good games, but he's played some games this season, I think, I could be wrong, but quite a bit more than Tosin Adarabioyo has done for Chelsea this season. And I just think because, not experience, but I don't know. I think Tosin at the same time, because he's a big fucker. Disasi, he's a big fucker. I could see either of them. So can I do this? Can I do a little bit of this? Realistically, I think it's going to be a bit of that. It's so hard to decipher who's going to start, but if it's what I'm thinking logically, I do think it's going to be Axel Disasi that starts for Chelsea in this game. Moving into midfield and the rest of the team, and realistically, it's going to be the same as always. Caicedo, Enzo. We aren't going to see Reece James play, I don't think, in any capacity. Unless we're winning by like 5 goals, there's really no point in risking him when we've got Man United, we've got Newcastle, we've got games in the Conference League coming up as well, in between those games. And it all comes to a halt or to a climax, I suppose. Is that the word? With, of course, Arsenal to cap this horrid run of games over and out, I suppose. Palmer in front of them is an absolute guarantee. And on the right, it's Madueke. I know some of you will be like, surely it's Pedro Neto's time now, but it's not. I'm happy for Neto to start, but I don't think he's gonna. At the same time, it feels like it's a Pedro Neto sort of game. He's not impressed everyone, but I do think he will have an impact in this game should he feature in any capacity. Sancho on the left, I think he's going to be an absolute pain in the arse for Liverpool in this game. And it's going to be Jackson up top. I don't think Nkunku starts. I don't think Joao Felix features from the get-go. There's a lot of people on the bench that would probably have an argument that they should be starting. But there is my predicted 11. Sanchez in goal. Gusto. I've got the Sassies, who I'm going to go with here. Colwill and Vega with Caicedo and Enzo. Palmer in the middle. Madueke, Sancho, and Jackson up top. With that said, predictions-wise now, I don't know why Enzo's on the screen. Shall we have one? We haven't had one today. Yay! It's Enzo Clock! Like the video. With that said, my predictions for this game, it's such a tricky one, isn't it? It's such a tricky one. And honestly, even more so because I'm going to have to justify my prediction again in person with real life people. No, Alex is real life, but he's on a screen. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to have people sat next to me on a panel, of which, you know, physical people with me watching a Chelsea game is for the first time in nearly 5 years. I don't think, I'm trying to think if I've watched a game with anyone. One of my streams got taken down early days when we played Real Madrid, like the season we won the Champions League. But apart from that, I don't think I've watched. I mean, I watched Brentford with the missus when I was ill once. I had tonsillitis, but anyway, what's the word? I digress. I'm confident coming into this game. It's been a while since I've watched Chelsea with people in a sort of lad sort of situation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think with the run of games we've got, I think if we can get properly stuck into this game, then the rest of the game should be a doddle. It should be an absolute walk in the park in comparison. I rarely predict wins anymore, and when I do, it always casts a bad omen. The jinx, Harry the Jinx, is become a very well-known thing for those of you that watch me. So I am going to go and predict a draw, as history would make you believe. It's either going to be that or a Liverpool win. But come on, get stuck in, boys, please. I'm begging you. Fuck! Oh my God! What a fucking day it would be. First appearance on pitch side ever, and we get a win against Liverpool for the first time in fucking 4 years. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees. Please. It's there to win. Fucking go for it. We've got the beans. We've got the absolute the Liverpool by the bollocks. If we come into this game with all guns blaring, I think we really stand a good chance. A better chance than we've had in so long now. They lost to Forest. We drew to Forest. Balls in our court. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I am going to say a draw, but if Chelsea should come out victorious, I think it will be a 2-1 thriller, if that's a thing. But we're going to score. Surely we are going to score. We just can't not score these days, especially if Palmer's on form, yada, yada, yada. You know the rest. With that said, let me know your predictions for the game. And again, please do tune in to the pitch side watch along this Sunday. I haven't a clue what to expect, and I'm absolutely cacking my pants. But your support would be massively, massively appreciated in the comments. I will see you then. And also after the game for my review, probably the day after, we'll see. The game's it's like mid-afternoon, so we'll see. But also for the player ratings. And with that said, please like the stream. Please like the video. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry, up the Chels, and peace.